We are learners from the day we are born to the day we die.
We learn everywhere, basically. At school, at home, with my friends even.
What we do know about life in the 21st century is that nothing will be certain. What you will need to do is to be able to learn and relearn. When you ask young people to give you one word that describes school, the first word they say is boring. That means we have a problem. We can make a rich learning experience for everybody so that everybody succeeds to their potential.
Quality learning is not just delivering students the content, but actually giving the students the ability to develop their critical thinking skills. It also allows them to work and develop in teams and to develop 21st century skills that are so relevant in today's workforce.
For students, they're coming to school having access to a wide range of information in their personal lives. Many of them are accessing YouTube, MSN, Facebook, and we can actually harness that in the classroom to extend the learning.
So it's important that we encourage young men and women to embrace the opportunities for knowledge and discovery and wonder and bring it to a world which will only become better because of their contribution.
I personally like to blog. This blogging is where I explain who I am and this whole educational reform that I'm a part of. And here I'm sitting in Australia and I get provided with feedback and opinions from overseas.
The students now can see that what they create is not just contained in their school exercise book, but in fact can contribute to the world.
So in this we highlight the issue of poverty.
This ability to create their own learning has really re-engaged the students. They actually see that they can be active members of society.
It's really different compared to other schools and before because we have an open space learning area.
It's not like when I was at school that everybody must have that desk and chair. Learning doesn't occur like that because you do not have a teacher out the front of a class anymore. Teachers are involved in group work, so the children have diversity in what they do.
Class sizes now change. The focus is not on the size, the focus is on the learning.
Our classrooms are very different places. They're dynamic and flexible. The children may be working independently, they may be working with a partner, a small group. They're interacting with each other.
By working with the children in a small group situation, I'm able to look at every need of the child and really make my activities worthwhile.
My favourite thing to do is sharing my ideas with other people and learning how they work. It was Grandma. Grandma dressed in a long flowing black raincoat.
They learn how to work in these classrooms from a very young age. I think sometimes as parents and teachers we're surprised at the capacity of children to be able to work together.
Sometimes the teachers teach us directly and sometimes we learn by ourselves.
We know that independent learners are going to take a lot more responsibility for what they're learning and for how they're learning. And what we're trying to do also is to get them to understand why they're learning something, because we believe that that's one of the big issues that's going to be facing them in their high school years and as adults.
Quality teaching now is about taking students from where they are and taking them to a higher level. And that higher level definitely needs critical thinking, so we facilitate that process in the project-based learning model.
We find our own research, we're responsible for our own learning.
The teacher now sits with groups of students and observes the skills of collaboration. We also sit with the students and mentor the students.
I like it because we get to do our own work.
All the required learning outcomes from the syllabus are maintained.
We have assessments, we have very strict criteria set up, and they work to that criteria.
We know what makes the difference for improving student learning, and that is good teachers. And that is good teachers working collaboratively in teams. It is good teachers reflecting on their practice.
We do lots of interaction between the teachers, and we have a constant professional dialogue between the teachers. So we plan our activities together, we implement the activities together, and we're able to do some co-teaching together as well.
Having 3 different teachers in the one classroom at the one time not only allows the personalisation of the learning for the children, but allows those 3 teachers to negotiate the next step in the teaching.
I think professionally we can grow as teachers and learn from each other.
And that teamwork has spurred not only younger teachers but also 35-year veteran teachers into becoming young teachers again, enthusiastic about our teaching.
Well, my parents think it's quite interesting because when they went to school, they didn't have that type of education.
I feel that I'm a better teacher.
I can share my learning, my passion, my creativity with others because I know it's important.
The great blessing of education is simply that, a blessing, something given to be shared. And the young men and women of the Catholic schools have the opportunity to share those blessings, their wisdom, their sense of discovery, their abilities, their talents, to transform not just how they live, but the world in which we all live.
We have a very clear understanding of why Catholic schools exist. They exist as part of the evangelising mission of the Church, spreading the good news of the risen Christ. As it says in John's Gospel, I have come that you'll have life and have it in its full. What a powerful challenge. Our job in Catholic schooling is to deliver on that very challenge. We've committed to improving the learning outcomes for every child. We will commit to our staff having a professionally rewarding working life. And what we say in our schools, our children deserve nothing but the very best.